everybody, welcome back. 820 grind continues. We're gonna try the silent today. Oh, I mean random rare. It's corpse explosion. What could possibly go wrong, especially with so many beautiful question marks? Well, we could fight an enemy right off the bat that honestly does very well against us. I'm gonna choose to take 7 damage to put 21 on him. And I think, as ridiculous as it seems, that's going to be positive. Our last run as the silent, as the ironclad in the last video, we did 2 runs. Both of those runs I thought were okay. Not great, necessarily. Check this out. But decent enough. I thought there was a genuine chance. Seems like an interesting pick, right? I'm gonna go Cloak and Dagger. I'm gonna lose 40 gold. I don't want to be aggressive having already taken damage. I will take the Curse for Doubt. Because we have Survivor, you just hope that it works out like that. Hey, it worked out already. Okay. So we got 150 gold back. So this is a real corpse explosion situation. You make sure this son of a gun dies on the next turn, and both enemies will be killed. This is the real value of corpse explosion. He's dead, dude. I was gonna say, you might not be dead if you give that guy a block, but... Alright, regen potion. This is a real tough call. I think all of these could be pretty good. I'm gonna take well-laid plans for now to give me a better chance to hopefully sit on a... We're waiting for a corpse explosion, honestly. To sit on a neutralize, to use it on the best turn possible. So he's going to wake up, but it doesn't really matter if we hit him with a strike. We might as well just hold something until next turn. Draw corpse explosion again, you coward. We basically, you might as well take the defend next turn. We have to play corpse explosion when it shows up. That's the way we're going to put excess damage on this guy, and then next turn we'll store a strike so we can actually use it. This fight will be bad. The obvious fight we would have preferred is the diamonds. But we don't get to choose that. If we survive, rest, and then pop our regen potion, I don't think we're in too bad of a spot. So this is his last attack. We might as well play 2 defends, take 5 damage. He'll probably not be killed on the next turn. Maybe he'll be exactly killed on the next turn. But this fight could have been worse, but I don't know if it actually could have been better, considering, you know, going up against this guy this early is kind of it's a bummer, dude. I'll take a flying knee. I think it's not well liked, but the extra energy base early might be worth something. By the way, I'm super stoked to have Preserved Insect here. Makes these guys a lot easier. We would be hoping for like a neutralize. Give me a defend. Neutralize, corpse explosion. All these guys are dusted, so we'll use our energy potion to make that happen if we have to. We're gonna draw Neutralize Corpse Explosion next turn. All these guys will be dead. And we got the bulk of our value out of the regen potion, so I'm not too displeased. Corpse Explosion, max HP dealt to all enemies. So yeah, you're all gonna die, doesn't matter what we play. We got 17, sorry, not 17. We got 12 out of 15 heals, which is pretty strong. Getting a discard enabler seems decent, for sure. I think I'll go prepared and maybe hope to get it upgraded early. Smiling Mask, I've been told it's good, even though I personally have thought that it kind of sucks. And I'm going to be, dare I say, you know, let's go for it, dude. Why not? Give me the upgraded Corpse Explosion. We're probably going to end up fighting, oh, it's the Lagavulin. Okay. We got Corpse Explosion turn 1. You know what that means, dude. Definitely just, like, hit the crap out of him. He's gonna wake up. You might as well hit him, even if it's only for 5 extra damage. And we're lucky it's 5, thanks to the boot. So we gotta be careful. You know, this might be a good turn to pop a skill potion, for example. And, I mean, Terror is good, but we don't hit him with attacks that much. I think we might be better off just trying Distraction, and at least that's another 5 damage. So I'm going to take the extra energy for next turn, and we'll store the Defend. Sure, we take 9, but this is a pretty good turn of events for us. Let's dump a basic Strike. Only taking a few hits this turn. You're going to be on 28, which is actually 22. And we did draw Corpse Explosion, so you are actually dead. And this is a lot of relics early on. Now, it's not an incredible selection of relics so far. Blood Vial is like the very definition of helpful, at least. We need something a little better to kill. I mean, we need a Catalyst, really. Poison is good, but how are we going to hit enemies? Like, how are we going to do enough damage to kill the slimes, you know? I do think Noxious is a start. And I think, like, that... I do think that plus Dex can get us there. I'm looking, dude. Because I mean, I think Lantern, with the amount of draw we have, is really good. And, I mean, Strawberry seems fine, but I think an escape plan on top of this is also pretty okay. Alright, let's see how this goes. Honestly, pretty good first turn. I like where our deck is at, but astute viewers will note I say that, like, literally every time. So it's essentially completely meaningless. Here's the thing. Let's go. I want to put up enough block. So we'll play a Defend and then a Flying Knee. Then we just need Corpse Explosion and a Shiv, which more likely will come from a Strike. And we're actually good to go. I mean, we could just ice you like that. Alrighty. I think... extra Dex is going to benefit us a lot. So we have to rest. I'm not super confident we're going to make it through this fight, to be straight up with you. But I do like, I mean, drawing Noxious early is worth a lot. He doesn't attack next turn. It's very simple. You store Neutralize, because it's not upgraded yet, you store it for the turn, for the next turn, basically. You could probably save like 10 damage as a result. Exactly 10 damage. Okay, so he's going to take 12. We got to be careful. Because we can do 14 plus 18. That's 32. 32 damage will take you... Sorry, are we guaranteed to draw Corpse Explosion next? No, we're not. Maybe we do want to split him on this turn. We're going to add 2 poison as well. I mean, this is the gimme, I guess. So he's... Right now, let's run the numbers. He's going to be at 91. Which means next turn, he'll be at 77. I think we hit him here. He's going to be at 85. And then we hope that with our draw on the next turn, we'll get enough attacks to really hurt him good. But it is a bit of a... I don't want to say it's a stretch. We have to split him. This is the unfortunate part, I guess. If we don't split him, he's splitting anyway. We definitely would have been better off catching him on the previous turn, but life goes on. So I was just going to say, if we get an early Corpse Explosion, essentially, these guys are dead, dude. All we need to do is be able to put up enough block, and a good finisher would help a lot here. Are they dead? I don't know, I hadn't thought about it that much. Tell ya. How you doing here? You didn't die. That's the problem here. So Corpse Explosion is really only going to work on you. It's like, I don't want you to die yet. I want you to live so that I can Corpse Explosion you next turn. You kill your buddy, and then this guy's probably going to get split. But it's a little wonky. Yo, it's extremely wonky. Like, we're dead, right? The only way we live is by playing something like that. But then, I mean, you're going to kill me. I mean, I don't know if I deserve this one. That's kind of a rude thing to say. Fundamental misunderstanding of the way the Corpse Explosion works, but I think for being so aggressive on the elite fights, we didn't get relics that helped us out enough to get over the skill imbalance. The fact that I'm kind of bad. Honestly, give me the random rare again. I think Adrenaline, that's fine. I know you're like, maybe you could have chosen which rare you got. Yeah, but like, this way, I get to have enough HP to maybe fight an elite, so I might be able to... If you look at the verses there... Sorry, I almost screwed that one up. You get an extra relic out of this one as well. Maybe. Now, there is a problem. We don't have Corpse Explosion this time, so our killing power is, like, substantially lower. And we're going to fall behind in a big way to this guy as soon as we draw a turn of heavy strikes. 14 damage, 2 strikes. One of our remaining cards has to be a strike or a neutralize, please. I hate it, by the way. Oh my lord, dude. We need 2 strikes, please. It's done. I actually think, given our draws, we handled that appropriately, but... Footwork, right off the bat. Huge enabler for us. Dreamcatcher, maybe not so much. Let's not take doubt. In this particular situation, I think it's more harm than good. But we're gonna try to fight this elite early on. We have no offense. Offense is just in shambles right now. It's driving around downtown Spireville, texting. I don't know about that one, but I know that I've taken it, so let's give it a try. All right, these guys. Good power, please. Noxious is probably going to be our number 1 enabler. Draw neutralize, please. It would have given us a good start, but that's okay. And start working on this guy. We're going to take a decent amount of damage over this fight, but once Noxious starts to work, it's okay. So this is how we're going to play this. It was just pretty much the easiest turn to solve of all time. Still taking a lot of damage, but it is what it is. Rather neutralize you, I guess, even though it would be more damage to put it on him. We're taking 7. Will we live through this fight? That's the obvious step 1. Yes, I think we will live through this fight. Will we want to die after this fight is over? I would also say that the smart money is on that being a safe bet. So Noxious, we got to remember, is not in our deck. You know, the reason we have Noxious right now, definitely could have handled that slightly. Oh, maybe we couldn't have. The reason we have Noxious right now is because of our power potion. So I do think, because I've beaten A19, you know? I understand how A19 can work. Oh, dude, Fossilized Helix is so good. How it can work in one capacity as the Silent. Dude, Malaise is real strong. I would never, ever suggest, and by the way, yes, I'm upgrading. I know, it sucks, but I'm gonna take a stab at it, dude. Definitely just hit him like this. Hit him with a 1 strength Malaise. You can win an A19 silent run with just Dex and Poison. Now, it would be nice, because it's 820, if we also threw in, like, at least you know, heal for 25 after every boss sort of situation. But as long as you're careful about what you add, you can definitely make it tick. Dude, a turn 1 adrenaline, soon to be upgraded, please do. Yes. That's a lot of energy. I mean, that's a 5 energy turn 1 bare minimum, depending on what other relics we might get. I can't. I know it's only 35%. It can't be done. It would likely lead to our demise. And you know what? We could actually now... Basically, Infinite Blades is also guaranteed. I really don't want to anger the mushrooms, dude. What's the expression? Thanks, I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. But it's okay. And dude, the fact that we have an artifact... Oh, it's not artifact, but the fact that we have the ability to block our first hit of damage... is super nice. Do I want to roll you? Can I roll you? It's 15 damage. You'd be at 37. Confirmed you will not roll. Can't help but think we probably still should have gone for the maximum amount of damage there. Dummy. That's me calling myself a dummy. Not me calling you a dummy. That'd be a weird direction for me to take this. 36, you will not split. That's a dream come true. We handled this wrong, though. I definitely should have gone for broke on the previous turn. Like, one turn prior to that. Like, thank God for Dex, dude, but also... crap, this is getting a little spotty. At least we're getting rid of the slimes. Weakness is also bad. We don't have much in the way of offense. Like, that's... it's kind of a critical problem for us, but at least we're only taking 8 here. We were definitely gonna rest before the boss fight anyway. And, I mean, honestly, considering how poorly we played the first part of this fight, I think it's a good sign that we didn't lose too much HP. More than I would have liked, but... I actually think another footwork is beautiful here. The problem is, how on earth are we gonna kill this guy? And the answer is, you gotta take an attack. Yeah, without any guaranteed poison for now. Without any guaranteed poison for now, I think that we definitely were in the right to take an attack there. Sadly, not much in the way of attacks on this turn, but... it would be really nice to block... we could actually just let this turn waft over us. And I think that in order to get him to -3 strength and 3 turns of weakness, that's actually beautiful. Now, I would love him to roll over here instead of giving us a debuff, but that's not going to happen. And we're just going to have to accept that this one is going to be like... it's not going to be the way that we would ideally like to approach essentially any fight we've ever done. Is going to suck pretty bad. If we just had, like, caltrops, it would be a lot better. But the other thing is, he's not going to hit us too much. We're not going to hit him too much. I mean, this might be the longest, and I'm not being facetious whatsoever when I say this. This might be the longest fight we'll ever have against this guy. We just lack... well, we got super lucky on this turn, but for the most part, we lack an ability to put out damage against him. So as far as I'm concerned, Finisher is already, like, paid for its own existence. And our extra dex is not hurting either. 6 damage. 6 damage, we'll call it there. I don't want to take any damage I don't have to. Well, we're probably going to take 8 here. That's okay. It actually might be worth it to have put so much damage in on him. I mean, it's plus 8 damage. Who cares? Just unfortunate that our next turn coincided with having 0 attacks. Would have been nice to flip those. 33 damage. That's a little bit more on the yikes side. We'll block... yeah, we still pretty much have to. We'll take 17, unfortunately. Also the amount of damage we got to do to him in order to get him to not debuff us. I'll tell you, Well, we're not really punching through here, but I'll tell you, that malaise probably is the difference maker here. Letter opener would be nice. I mean, these are not boss relics. The number one thing we want from the boss is still, like, essentially... Oh, that sucks, dude. Essentially always going to be a low penalty energy relic. So not Velvet Choker on this particular build. We certainly, without a doubt, need an ability to kill enemies. And never mind, we actually don't need an ability to kill enemies because I'm dead. That's one of those ones that it kind of haunts you. Because I thought we had a decent thing going, we just didn't get offensive fast enough, and here we go. You know what? Not... Okay. Oh, here we go, boys. 100% Snecko. So I want 2 combat and then a shop. Why do I want 2 combat, then a shop? I want to get expensive cards in this deck as soon as possible. In a way, it's nice, right? Like, we don't actually lose the effect of our original... I gotta hit you. Our original Ring of the Snake. The problem is that a lot of our cards are essentially cheap. So, like, you know, especially stuff like Neutralize, but our most expensive card only costs a 1. So, I really would like to get some expensive stuff in the deck as soon as possible. And I swear to you that I am not being facetious when I say that this might be our best chance to win in a long time. I will take Footwork, and I know you're like, why? It's a 1-cost card. Yeah, but like, I don't want to, like, die. And I think having more decks would be nice. It might not be the highest yield card you've ever seen, but like, you know. We take some cards, we go to the shop. If I could buy 2 expensive cards on the shop, oh, like, I would be over the friggin' moon. Honestly, take 0 this turn. We're not going to hit him anyway, so why waste your time? This is better. You know, a bunch of 0-cost strikes actually give... Like, that's the thing. Snecko Eye means we could super luck into getting the kind of draw that we need. And, like, that was a great example. We got to play 3 attacks and 2 defense. There also might be some turns where we only get to play 1 friggin' card, but... So a Sneaky Strike, just because of the fact that it could give us such an enormous energy refund and it's expensive to begin with, I think is a good start. Mayhem would have been super nice, but... I am going to take Caltrops, even though it only costs 1. And, you know... I'm going to call it there. This isn't how I wanted to start, but, you know, Snecko is doing great work for us. I am unbelievably appreciative. Like, really, really good work. We're just waiting for the dominant strategy to appear. A leg sweep is kind of a gimme. You know, we're going to play that at value or for value most of the time. 10 damage. Might as well ice one of the enemies. You actually think, like... Ice this guy. No, this guy. Then you would play Thorns. He's dead. But, are we going to block? Yes. Hit him with one of those, too. This fight will suck pretty badly. I could have just played Caltrops, but I wanted the energy on turn 1, honestly. So the weakness is definitely, like, not great. Like I said, we're always going to be able to play leg sweep for value. Why weaken the guy who's not going to get to attack, dude? That's a rookie mistake. Now you're getting into the good stuff. This fight just, it kind of sucks most of the time. But definitely, again, as a sneaky strike situation. Just slow your roll. It's the thing. Snecko Eye already throws you for a loop. You don't need to throw yourself for a loop. I honestly think rest, and if we're gonna rest, is so tempting to fight the elite. I definitely think the value for money here is on caltrops. It's not really that good in this situation, I think, but, you know, we're gonna do 3 to 6 damage per turn. Could be worse. No, yeah, you're definitely not going to play Neutralize. But this is a situation where we can only play 1 card. What do you play? I think you just play... Well, let me see. 6 plus 3 will leave you on 4, so... We got a lot of defense next turn. You know, I think we hit you. I was totally... Well, actually, I was not totally wrong. I forgot to factor in caltrops. I'm hoping the relic that we get from this is going to do us a great service when it comes to giving us an ability to start building. Like, I do feel that, unfortunately, we kind of have not really been able to capitalize on Sneaky Strike so far. And the only thing I can really say in my own defense is, like, you might be saying, like, well, you've taken cards that are relatively cheap. Yeah, well, cards that are relatively expensive, they've not shown up, unfortunately. You know, so it's either we take cards that are better than the cards in the default deck, but don't necessarily synergize super well with Snecko Eye, or we just roll with the standard starting deck and rely on Snecko Eye just giving us the gas we need to succeed. So, again, I think it... Honestly, we've done what we can. Sure, if we could get, like... I mean, even at this point, getting a Nightmare or something like that might be advantageous enough to be excited about, but expensive cards like Envenom in particular, you know, things that give us a chance to build off, I'd be very happy. We're not there yet. Perhaps in time it'll happen, but for now we're at the whims of the Snecko, and honestly, maybe being at the whims of the Snecko is our dream come true, because it means I'm not at the whims of myself. I guess you take nothing. Whetstone, it hit 2 decent targets, no doubt about that. Dude, honestly, I think you take another Sneaky Strike. It's not really that strong, but if it's keeping us alive, okay, Mob Bank. At least we've gone to our shops recently. If we want to live, we should rest. But... You know, actually, I do think that's probably the best option. Let's let it ride for now, and you know, we'll stay at the mercy of our current circumstances. That was a really strong starting turn. It's just a no-brainer there. If I spend 2 to ice you. You know, let's do it like this instead. By the way, not a gasoline leak. That's just the shower running from the other room. Do not fear. Had to be done. We take 2 damage. That's really minor. I'm begging you, dude, for the expensive cards. Sure, Doppelganger's an X. We could use that as expense, but... Alright, leave, dude. That's great news. The built-in Thorns is amazing. Do not take Curse. Heal me. The gold is well worth. Okay, if we're gonna live, we have to rest. Is pretty much as simple as that. We still don't have that much killing power. Honestly. Which is sad. And this is not the boss you want to fight for our specific build, because, like, Thorns are so good for us. If we're fighting, like, the Hexaghost, for example. But, it is what it is. Even the Guardian would get bodied by this pretty well. You know, it's not that bad, actually. We take 1 damage. That's not going to last, probably. Okay, we got Caltrops out there. I mean, it's a start. All things considered, this could go worse. You're just hoping to get, like, very cheap slimes. I don't know if our turns are ever going to get better than at least being able to attack for, like, 20-something. So let's let it go there. Every time an enemy hits us, they're going to take 8 damage. That's our best strength in the current ecosystem, without a doubt. So I don't really care. Like, if you make me frail, sure. I'm 4 decks up, though. We're able to get rid of the slimes pretty effectively. This is a decent turn for them for damage, but you're going to take 8 for hitting me, which is going to roll you on the next turn. So we get a good turn to smack you. Honestly, we should probably just keep hitting you. All we need to do is block these guys once and they're dead. So that's pretty big. Straight up, just put up the block right now. We're going to win this fight. I don't even know. Like, this was pretty close to the exact opposite of what I want out of an average Sneko-Eye run. I've now also come to realize, like, the best way for us to deal damage is effectively to not deal any damage at all, and instead just block and let Caltrops do its work. Alright. I mean, sure, bullet time, most of the time you're going to play it anyway, but yes, bullet time is good. And with Sneko-Eye, it does help us smooth out some of our earlier problems. You know what? Let's go Elite Rich. It's the only thing I can really suggest that could give us a chance here. I definitely need to be able to rest at rest sites. And I don't want to spend money quickly here because we have Mob Bank. Plus, we've been to the shop a lot, and it hasn't really done what we need. So, play the tape forward here. You Survivor, you get 10. You get a Sneaky Strike, you get 2 energy back. So it pays for Survivor, but you are spending on something. But then you could play another Defend or 2 more Strikes. Unfortunately, I think 2 more Strikes is your play, even though we take damage as a result. We gotta get in front of this guy. So we'll definitely Leg Sweep. Gives us all the block we need. Nothing more coming out of that, unfortunately. He's weak for 4 turns, which is very good. And this is where, you know, your bullet time is strong to begin with, but it's very strong here. No doubt about it. Honestly, I would rather Leg Sweep in this situation, take 1 damage, but keep the weakness flowing. This fight's not going superbly, but I've definitely had fights that have gone worse. And mostly, it's like defense and Caltrops gets us there. And then bullet time occasionally giving us big attacks is very nice. Dude, I'm just begging you. Even though Heel Hook could have worked there. I'm begging you for some pseudo-expensive cards. Like, how hard is it? Just any cards that I could conceivably play for more value than they're worth. The only one we have right now is Bullet Time. Bullet Time, without being rude, is kind of like not what I'm getting at to begin with. Because it's like, you're always going to play it anyway, and then you're going to get a bunch of value out of it. It's nice to have, but it's not specifically really that useful for Sneko-Eye, I think. Dude, we gotta... Your Thorns are already good enough. Take Ghost in a Jar. I don't know. Sure, I think Concentrate, first off, enables the Sneaky Strike. Secondly, it gives you a chance. So we want to upgrade things that get better, but don't get cheaper. So Leg Sweep is a decent example. Actually, I think Footwork might be the best just to keep us alive, but... Keep in mind, we have to fight an Elite coming up, so... I think you just do that. I had to look at Concentrate briefly, though. I think we'll be fine, even still. Even as the net seems to start to close around us. I think we have enough Dex and Caltrops damage to stay relevant here. So honestly, seems to me it'd be a pretty good turn for intangibility. Still, like, some progressive way to deal damage. Oh, the places we would go, dude. Please stop healing him for 20 after he gets hit for 8. I don't know if that even mattered. We're not really getting in there too fast, huh? I still think you just weaken him. Great bullet time, dude. Don't get me wrong. Sadly, even with bullet time, we're going to take 7 damage. At least he's dead, though. Just hit him with this. You know, in spite of all this, if there's one positive to glean from where we're currently at, I actually think we have a pretty good chance against the elite if we get the book. If we don't get the book, you know, send me straight to the friggin' Shadow Realm. That was not how you handle that, dude. If we do get the book, I think once we play Caltrops, he's in a nightmare world. But please, God. Okay, I mean, at least Skewer is damage. I gotta choose a card at this point. Are there just no expensive cards in the Silence deck? Like, I'll keep taking the sneaky strikes, but I can't help but feel that's not really the spirit of what I'm trying to get across here, dude. It's not the book, brother. That's a lot of damage. So here's what you do, dude. This guy still could get bodied. We might get lucky, for all I know. Yoink. Dump these so you can at least play that. What are you doing next turn? He's doing a summoning. That's fantastic news. This is not. I really, in my heart of hearts, I thought there was no chance we didn't knock this guy. You want to see the worst play ever? At least we got 15 extra damage out of it, but... Okay, so, I mean, I would probably like those guys to die as quickly as possible. Our Caltrops are helping us out. Are you going for a big attack? Not yet, dude. Not yet. We can at least dump all of our defense. Get something like that out there. Because you never know, dude. He might attack big next turn. No, he's taking a turn off. I'd love to see it. Now, I hate the blocker here. But, like, you know, we gotta stop him, dude. That guy's got to go for sure. Now, he's going to attack this turn, right? Yeah, he's doing 45 damage. That's no joke, but this is also the greatest draw that mankind has could ever ask for. We're going to live. He took a pretty decent chunk of damage. Every card in our hand costs 0 except for a defend we don't want to play. So the case is not abundantly clear. I'm going for this dude. He's going for me. It's fair play. We live. And we get 2 relics, please. I beg you. So I think we'll take Blur for some defense. Warpaint hit. The defend is solid. All right, let's take Caltrops in our hand early. I didn't ruin Mob Bank. It only gets ruined on a shop. Okay, Ice Cream is actually like a pretty good relic here, I think. Question card, I got no idea. We're probably not going to live through this next little corridor of enemies. Though I wish it were not so. It honestly starts to get worse than that. That's not so bad. Oh, we should have used concentrate because we have ice cream now. Okay, it actually has now become like a pretty great card. So we want to do low attacks first. Really want to kill this guy next turn, and that could just involve blocking. But in order to block, we would have to have cards in our hand that would allow us to block. Oh my god, he's going to die when he hits us once. There is a benevolent overlord somewhere. Dude, please. Are there any cards in the silent deck that cost more than 1 and 0? Can anybody find me? Nope. Goodbye. You know, it was fun until it wasn't. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!